doing plays in the East Village, which is a very kind of strange, at the time, undiscovered part of New York City. And we were performing at a place called the Limbo Lounge. Anyway, we would do all these plays. Every 3 weeks we'd do a different show. And we had no money for advertising, so I would just do a curtain speech and to get people to sign our mailing list. And I would just invent titles just off the top of my head, never with the intention that we'd actually do the play. So one night I said, and then our next play is going to be Gidget Goes Psychotic. Got a big laugh. So I just started using that just as a punchline, and so I just kept using it. And even after we moved Vampire Lesbians of Sodom Off-Broadway to a real theater, and we were doing this long run, I still would try to get people to sign the mailing list, and I would still say, and soon we'll be doing Gidget Goes Psychotic. Well, finally, Ken Elliott, who was directing and producing all these shows, said, you know, we've been promoting this play for years. We really should do it. But then Ken said the main important thing, though, is that it's got to be have every element of those beach movies and surfers, and she's got to go psychotic in a big way. So I thought, well, what might be kind of fun for me as an actor, because I was going to play Gidget, was to have her have split personalities, so I get, you know, play different parts and not just this sort of cute little teenage girl. Well, we did the show at the Limbo Lounge, and as a late show, because we were doing Vampire Lesbians Off-Broadway, and then we'd all get in a van and then do a late show of Gidget Goes Psychotic, which is what you do when you're very young and silly. Anyway, the audience just flipped over it, so we decided to move that one off-Broadway as well. So we thought, let's give it its own original title, and we came up with Psycho Beach Party. And I'm so glad we did that. We changed all the characters' names because it was more than just this very narrow, specific spoof. And I also kind of think, well, in a crazy way, it's a very personal play. All these kind of movie spoof genre plays that I wrote actually are a bit about more than just, you know, hooray for Hollywood. In a certain sense, Psycho Beach Party, the character of Chicklet, this young girl with her split personalities, it could be seen as in a way as a metaphor for what we kind of all go through particularly when we're teenagers and we we feel like we're a different person with everybody around us, our family, our friends, our teachers, and it's a confusing time in adolescence where, you know, the big question, who am I? So you know, in its outrageous way, Psycho Beach Party is about that. It's also a parody of Hitchcock movies, like there was a wonderful movie called Marnie, and well, all those movies, psychological thrillers, where somebody has this really deep-rooted psychological problem, and then the psychiatrist hypnotizes them, and after about 5 minutes, suddenly, you know, they're cured and, you know, want to buy a house in the suburbs. So we're also spoofing that movie as well.